In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, there are different variations of the same character. If your favorite color is red, but you really like Yoshi, you can use the red Yoshi. If you like the color scheme of blue Shy Guy better than the original, then you can use that one instead. But that got me wondering, which of these variations is actually the best? In today's video, we'll be looking at all the playable colors of Birdo to determine which one is the best to use online. We'll be doing 4 races for each color while switching colors and lobbies every 2 races. In the previous Yoshi video, we switched lobbies every 2 races to make sure that we didn't get stomped on or destroyed the same lobby over and over again. So we're going to follow that again with this video, but we're also going to be switching colors every 2 races. The main reason for switching colors every 2 races is so that each Birdo gets 2 races at a different VR level. In the Yoshi video, the Yoshis that went earlier had a natural advantage because the VR was lower at the beginning of the recording, while later on my VR was higher, meaning that the opponents were higher level. So in this video, we're going to start with pink and do 2 races through each color, and then reverse it and end with pink. We'll have the 2 hardest and the 2 easiest races, so that it's not just the 4 easiest races for one color. We're also going to be tracking the amount of points that each Birdo gets at the end of each race, rather than assigning a point value for different positions. This way, if there's only 5 players in a race, Birdo getting 5th place is weighted worse than if Birdo got 5th place in a 10-player match, which will hopefully make the competition a little more balanced. In this competition, we're going to be looking at important stats for online racing, such as my placement, coins, items, and Mario Kart's favorite, luck. Each Birdo is going to be using the same car combo, being the Teddy Buggy with rollers and the paper glider, which is the best combo in the game. However, in the Yoshi video, some of you guys were saying that Blue Yoshi and Light Blue Yoshi should have had the blue rollers for a matching bonus, so we're going to do that with Birdos in this video and give Light Blue Birdo and Blue Birdo the blue rollers. And we'll see if this matching bonus really does have any effect. The last thing we want to take into account for this video is going to be popularity. I put out a poll a little while back asking which Birdo color was your favorite, so I tallied up the results to find out the Birdo popularity rankings by you guys. So thank you all for participating in that poll. And at the end of it all, just like in Mario Party, we're going to give bonus points to different Birdos and see if that changes the results at all. But before we get started, please subscribe. We're nearing 7,000 subscribers, and all of your help is super appreciated. So thank you all for helping us to get to 6,000 subscribers. And now, let the contest begin. So to kick off the competition, we're going to go straight into the poll that I released a little bit ago. I'm going to try to explain what I did with these numbers, so hopefully it makes sense and you can follow along. As of recording, there is 1.6 thousand votes on the poll right now, and 53 comments that give me a Birdo color. So what I mean by that is that there are 53 comments of actual colors, while there are some other comments of me replying or even you guys replying to each other in the comments. So using the ratio of 53 comments to 1.6k votes, I figured that each comment would be weighed 30.19. So for example, I saw 5 comments of people saying weight. So 5 times 30.19 gives weight 150.95 in terms of the popular rating. The reason that I decided to weigh the comments a lot heavier than the actual polls is because there is a lot more votes than there are comments, and I thought it would be unfair for the 3 options that I had in the poll to so strongly outweigh the comments, so I figured it was only fair to have the comments be weighted a lot more. But with that being said, let's go over the poll results. In last place, and the least popular Birdo color, was yellow. Even though yellow Birdo was on the poll, it by far had the least votes and it had the least comments, so unfortunately yellow Birdo got last place with 94.19. In second to last place is white Birdo with 150.95. The next popular one after that is going to be green Birdo with 181.14. And moving up, the next color is going to be red with 211.33. Followed by blue or dark blue / purple Birdo for 241.52. And in fourth place is going to be light blue Birdo with 284.57. Second place was actually a tie between black and orange Birdo, both with 301.9. Which means that by far, of course, the most popular Birdo color is going to be pink Birdo. The actual score that Pink Birdo got based on the poll was 995.57, but I figured maybe that's biased because it's the main Birdo color, so I halved it, and it still won by a very wide margin of 497.8. So to start the competition off, this is going to be the rankings for each Birdo. They're going to get the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe point distribution here, so Pink Birdo gets 15, all the way down to Yellow Birdo with only 4. And now that the popular vote is out of the way, let's move on to the actual placements. So for Pink Birdo, she got second place, giving her 21 points, first place with 24 points, 7th place earning 1 point, and 5th place earning 9 points, for a total of 55 points earned. And these points are going directly towards the Birdo colors. I'm not going to average them out or try and rank them and then give them the Mario Kart 8 point distribution. I think Birdo is just getting 55 points here for the competition. So moving on, Light Blue Birdo got 2nd place earning 17 points, 2nd place earning 19 points, 2nd place earning 18 points, and 4th place earning 7 points. As you can see, in 3 out of the 4 races, Light Blue Birdo got 2nd place, but each one gave slightly different points. So that's a pretty good example of how the points are going to work in this video. But the total points add up to 61 points for Light Blue Birdo. And the next competitor is Black Birdo, getting 7th place, losing 7 points, then 1st place gaining 21 points, 3rd place gaining 17 points, and 1st place getting 23 points, bringing Black Birdo's average to 54 points. Bringing us to the next competitor, Red Birdo, who got 1st place with 23 points, 3rd place for 16 points, 7th place for 1 point, and 1st place for 22 points, meaning that Red Birdo got 62 points, the best so far, and bringing him 1 less than the leaders, Light Blue and Pink Birdo. And up next is the underdog, Yellow Birdo, the least popular color, who got 1st place for 15 points, 6th place with 0 points, 1st place again for 20 points, and 2nd place for 17 points, meaning that Yellow Birdo got 52 points total, which means that so far Yellow Birdo is holding a nice position near the bottom of the barrel here. However, with that being said, the next competitor is White Birdo, who in 4 races got 9th place, losing 7 points, 1st place getting 22 points, 1st place again getting 20 points, and 8th place losing 5 more points, which means that White Birdo only gained 30 points total for this portion of the competition. As well as being voted the 2nd least favorite Birdo color, it is not looking good for White Birdo. However, our next competitor is quite the opposite. Blue Birdo got 6th place, getting 8 points, 1st place getting 24 points, 2nd place getting 19 points, and 1st place again getting 22 points. Meaning that overall, Blue Birdo got 73 points total, and now stands at the top with a commanding lead of 81 points. And getting towards the end here, we got Green Birdo with 4th place getting 8 points, 1st place with 19 points, 2nd place with 20 points, and 6th place with only 7 points, meaning that Green Birdo earned 54 points in this portion of the competition. And the final competitor is going to be Orange Birdo, who got 9th place, losing 13 points, 2nd place gaining 17, 1st place gaining 21 points, and 3rd place gaining 13 points, with a total of 38 points given. But considering it was in the top 3 of the popular vote, at least it's not in dead last. So after that round, here are the rankings of all the Birdos. In 9th place, White Birdo is sitting at 35 points. And in 8th place, Orange Birdo has 50 points. Coming in 7th is going to be Yellow Birdo with 56 points. In 6th place will be Green Birdo with 60 points. In 5th place will be Black Birdo with 66 points. In 4th place is Red Birdo with 69 points. In joint 2nd place is going to be Pink and Light Blue, who both have 70 points. And finally, the leader of the competition so far is going to be Blue Birdo with 81 points. The next category that we're going to talk about for the competition is going to be items. So the way that the items are being handled for this competition is that each item got will be 1 point, and each item hit by will be minus 1 point. So let's start from the bottom with White Birdo. Throughout her 4 races, White Birdo got 44 items. Here is the item breakdown. I tried to keep it consistent between all the different Birdos, showing the more common items, being the coins, bananas, green shells, red shells, mushrooms, and sometimes the bombs. I tried to keep them all on the left side, and on the right side I put some of the more unique or uncommon items over here. So in Birdo's case, she got 44 items, and she was hit by 17 items. I tried doing the same thing, where the more commonly hit by items are going to be on the left, and the more unique hit by items are going to be on the right. But White Birdo, who's currently at 35 points, getting 44 items, puts her at 79 points. However, being hit by 17 items brings her down to 62. Which is a pretty low number considering that I haven't even looked at any of the other Birdo's items yet, and White Birdo is already not even in the top 5. But just in front of White Birdo is Orange Birdo, and looking at her items, Orange Birdo got 43 items total, with a lot of red shells and a lot of mushrooms. But with 43 items, that puts Birdo at 93 points. However, she was hit by 15 items, and I have a +1 here because I accidentally ran into a chain chomp, but I'm not going to count that against Orange Birdo, it's just something that happened. And you probably noticed that I have a question mark 8 question mark here because I think that what happened in this moment here is that someone with an 8 hit me. They were not really close to me at all, so I don't know what happened there, but it's just some classic Nintendo lag. But either way, losing the 15 points brings Orange Birdo down to 78 points total, meaning that Orange is now in second place. But now let's look at Yellow Birdo's items. Yellow Birdo got 55 items, so with the 56 points that she already had, that brings her to 111. She got 18 coins and 12 bananas. She was on a roll with these items here. However, she was hit 17 times, bringing her total down to 94 points, putting her solidly in the lead. Despite being the least favorite Birdo color by a wide margin, she's doing pretty good to make a name for herself in this competition. The next Birdo that we're going to look at is Green. Green Birdo got 43 items, and on top of the 60 points that she already had, that brings her to a total of 103 points. However, Green Birdo was hit 14 times, bringing her down to 89 points, which does include 2 vehicles, which happened by accident, of course, but I didn't want to count that against her. The next Birdo that we're going to look at is Black Birdo. She got 37 items, and on top of her 66 points, that brings her to a total of 103. Black Birdo got quite a few items that I don't usually get, like the Fire Flower, Stars, Bullet Bills, but still, with only 37 items, that brings her to 37 additional points. And Black Birdo was hit 15 different times, bringing her down to 88 points total. And the next Birdo we're going to look at is Red Birdo. She got 40 items, meaning that her total goes now to 109 points, and she was only hit 9 times, bringing her total points to exactly 100, meaning that Red has overtaken Yellow and is now the current leader. I'm sure you guys have noticed, but Pink and Light Blue Birdo are both at the same score, being 70 points. So let's see if the items can give us a clear tiebreaker between them. Let's start with Pink Birdo. Starting with 70 points, Pink Birdo got 42 items, meaning her total is now at 112. However, I was hit 19 times by items, plus an additional 3 that were my fault, so I'm not going to count against Pink Birdo. Here, I got hit by Yoshi's egg. Here, I accidentally ran into a chain chomp, like head on. And here, the pinball caught up to me. I have no clue what happened here. Meaning that taking off the 19 points, Pink Birdo is now at 93. And moving right on to Light Blue Birdo, she got 51 total items, which is a lot. 19 coins and 13 bananas, that is a lot of items. However, Light Blue Birdo was hit 20 times, bringing her down to 101. So now Light Blue Birdo has officially taken the lead over Pink Birdo. However, there's still one competitor left, being Blue Birdo, the former leader of the previous round. Blue Birdo got 48 items, bringing her total to 129. However, she did lose 18 points by getting hit by 18 items, bringing her total down to 111 points. And at the end of that round, here is how the rankings look. In 9th place is still White Birdo with 62 points. In 8th place is still Orange Birdo with 78 points. In 7th place now is Black Birdo with 88 points. And with a single point more is going to be Green Birdo in 6th place with 89 points. Pink Birdo is now in 5th place with 93 points, and right above her is going to be Yellow with 94 points. And looking at the top 3 of the competition so far is going to be Red in 3rd place with 100 points, Light Blue in 2nd place with 101 points, and Blue in 1st place with 111 points. The distance between 1st and last is pretty considerable, but in between the rankings are like 1 or 2 off from each other. So as of right now, this contest is still anyone's game. The next category for this competition is going to be luck. What I did with the luck is that I took each instance of good luck or bad luck and multiplied it by 4. The reason that I did that is because in the Yoshi video, I averaged the points that I got for each of the 4 races, meaning I divided it by 4. And since I didn't do that in this video, in order to balance out the luck, I multiplied it by 4. So, looking at White Birdo's luck, it had 2 instances of bad luck, and it was this moment here where I was close to the end of the race, but then a bomb came and just ruined everything that I had, as well as this moment here where a red shell hit me into a pit, which is always unfortunate. Meaning that White Birdo has gone down 8 points to 54 points. Up next is Orange Birdo, who I gave a 0 points of luck to because she had 1 instance of bad luck when a red shell that I threw looks to me like it went straight into the minecart and not towards the player that I threw it at. And then that same minecart almost pushed me right off the edge of the map. But it did gain a point in this race because I got hit by nothing the whole race. It was an easy win. I just went around in 3 circles and the race was over. So I balanced those out and gave Birdo 0 bad luck points, meaning that Orange Birdo's total is going to stay at 78. So now we're just watching the whole race. I figured I would just play the entire race as evidence that I didn't get hit. I mean, if you don't believe me, here it is. Did some tricks, picked up some items, got some coins, dodged some attacks. Nothing really fancy, just kind of flipping and sliding around. This map especially, 3 laps and it's over. For Black Birdo, I also gave 0 points of luck because I had one instance of bad luck where there was tires in my way and I probably should have not just kept on ramming into it, but I was annoyed that they were there, so I counted it as a point of bad luck. As well as a point of good luck when a blue shell saved the day. I was not going to get first, but I ended up in first because of the blue shell, so that was pretty awesome. Meaning that balances out to 0 points of luck for Black Birdo, keeping her total at 88 points. The next color is going to be Green Birdo. I gave Green Birdo 8 points of good luck, which is just 2 instances of good luck, and they were both in the same race, where I once again got hit by absolutely nothing. I just went around the track a few times and won the race, so that was pretty good. So here we go on Water Park. I have no clue how I didn't get hit. I think it's kind of crazy to not get hit on an online race, but you know, here we go. Second time. I mean, that's pretty cool. Go Green Birdo, right? Alright, here we go. Left turns, right turns. We got some items here. Item switches. Okay. And another instance of good luck was when a blue shell just barely missed me because I passed the finish line, so that was nice. Which means that Green Birdo is now sitting at 97 points. So now looking at Pink Birdo's luck. In one race, a red shell did not hit me at the beginning of the race, which was good luck. In the next race, I managed to get a shock dodge, and that ended up allowing me to win the race, which is another point of good luck for Pink Birdo. However, it went downhill from there. In the next race, I was hit by a red shell last second, which really hurt my positions. And also, I just barely missed the shock dodge here, so we're losing both of those points of good luck down to 0. And in the next race, I was doing well until a bomb ended my race, meaning that we are losing a point of luck. So taking away those 4 points, Pink Birdo is now at 89 points. Now looking at Yellow Birdo, in my first race, I got hit by nothing. Again, I don't know why this keeps happening. This is the 3rd time that I've just been hit by nothing, which is pretty cool and rare. And here we go again. This race is shorter, at least. I really don't understand how 3 times I didn't get hit by items. I think that's like a miracle. I feel like that's unheard of, you know what I'm saying? Like, just try going online and not getting hit. However, in the next race, a boo took my defense right before the gap jump, which made it so that I couldn't take the gap jump, so that really hurt me. So that was a negative point of luck. And then in the following race, Yellow Birdo pulled it back with a shock dodge at the end to win the race, which is a point of good luck. So adding those 4 points is going to push Birdo up to 98 points. Moving on to Red Birdo, I saw nothing of note that was either positive or negative luck, so I just gave Red Birdo 0 points and moved on. Which brings us to Light Blue Birdo. Light Blue Birdo's luck was not very good. In one race, I was doing pretty well until the end when a bunch of items all hit me at the same time, making me get 2nd place instead of 1st place. So I guess it's not too bad, but still, I could have got 1st. And then, Wario's Gold Mine happened. The first point of bad luck from this track was the bats. I don't know what happened, I usually never get hit by the bats, but they just really felt like getting me in this race. And then right at the end, this happened. So yeah, Light Blue Birdo is going to lose 3 points of luck for that one. Meaning if you take away the 12 points from her 101, that brings her down to 89. Once again, tied with Pink Birdo. And the final competitor, who's proven so far to be the strongest in this competition, Blue, got a point of good luck when Luigi saved me from falling off the edge here. Another point of good luck when I won barely. It was a very close ending, so I'm counting that as a point of good luck. However, with those 2 points of good luck come 2 equal points of bad luck, where I was hit by a blue shell twice in the same position on the same map in the same race. I don't know how that happened, but a blue shell hit me, not only hit me, but it hit me into the pit twice. which means that I lost 3 coins from getting hit by the blue shell, and 3 coins by getting picked up by Lakitu twice. I still did end up winning that race though, so I guess it wasn't too bad. But even still, that means that Blue Birdo is going to end with 0 luck points, meaning that she stays at 111, and doesn't fall from being the top competitor in this competition. There is still one more category I want to go over, but before we get there, I want to give out the bonus points to the Birdos. So, for the first batch of bonus points for the video, we're going to look at the most accident prone. That one will have to go to Pink Birdo for getting hit by 3 different items that were not from other players and were just part of the map, as well as that mysterious item that I still don't really know what it was that hit me. So that's 5 bonus points to Pink Birdo. Meaning that now Pink Birdo has the advantage over Light Blue Birdo for the first time in this competition. The next bonus categories I want to do all have to do with items. So the first one will be the most items, and that one will be awarded to Yellow Birdo. She got 55 items, which is pretty great. And now we give bonus points to the Birdo that had the least amount of items. And the winner of this category is Black Birdo with 37 items total. It looks like a lot on screen right now, but it's really not that much, meaning that Black Birdo gets 5 bonus points. And the final category for bonus points that I want to give in this video is going to be the Birdo that got the most unique items. Which doesn't mean the most items got, it just means the most different items got. And the winner of that category is going to be both Green and Blue Birdo. They both got 14 unique different items, and even though Blue Birdo got more items, Green Birdo got the same amount of different items, meaning that they both tie, and they both get 5 bonus points for this category. So after awarding all the bonus points, the rankings are like this. White Birdo is in last place with 54 points. Orange is next up with 78 points. And then Light Blue is near the bottom with only 89 points. And then Black with 93 points. And right above that one is Pink with 94 points. Red at 100 points. Green at 102 points. And Yellow at 103 points. Only 1 point difference between those two. And reigning on top still is Blue Birdo with 116 points. However, I saved the final category until now, because it's the one that has the most possible variation between the different Birdo colors. And that category is coins. So what I did is I tallied up the amount of coins that I ended the race with for each of the Birdo colors and added them all up together, and whatever number that is how many points that they get. Meaning that if one Birdo ended with 0 coins and another ended with 40 coins, it changes the rankings completely. So, with that being said, let's see these coins. So, starting from the bottom with White Birdo. In her first race, she ended with 8 coins. In her second race, she got another 8 coins. In her third race, she ended with 10 coins. And unfortunately, in her fourth race, she ended with only 3 coins. Meaning that White Birdo ended all 4 races with a combined total of 29 points, bringing her final score to 83 points. I'm not going to move around anything until the end when everyone is already decided. But if you're paying attention, you should probably know that 83 points for a final score is not very good. So now let's look at Orange Birdo. In Orange Birdo's 4 races, she ended with 3 coins, then 8 coins, then 10 coins, and had a pretty big flop of a race with her 4th one with 0 coins. Which means that unfortunately Orange Birdo is getting 21 coins here, bringing her total to 99. And now let's look at Black Birdo. Black Birdo is currently sitting at 93 points, and if she were to get all 40 coins by the end, she would be ending with 133 points, taking the lead by a storm. Let's see how she actually did. In her first race, she ended with 1 coin. In her second race, she ended with 8 coins. In her third race, she ended with 8 coins, and in her fourth race, she ended with 10 coins. Overall, it was pretty good, but the first race was just enough to bring her down, leaving Black Birdo with only 120 points by the end. And now we're going to look at a pair of Birdos that have been really close this whole competition, being Green and Red. Let's start with Green Birdo, who's sitting at 102 points. In Green Birdo's 4 races, she ended with 2 coins, and then 10 coins, and then 7 coins, and lastly 5 coins. Meaning that in total, Green Birdo ended with only 24 coins, bringing her final score to 126. So now, looking at her competitor Red Birdo, who's currently sitting at 100 points, this means that Red Birdo needs 26 coins to tie and 27 coins to beat Green. Let's see how she did. She started off strong in her first race, getting 10 coins, meaning she now only needs to get 17 coins. In her second race, she ended with 5 coins, meaning she's only down to 12 more coins needed. In her third race, she ended with 2 coins, which means that in her fourth and final race, she has to have 10 coins in order to beat Green Birdo. And let's see what happened. And there it is! Red Birdo managed to get the coins that she needed in order to beat Green Birdo, unbelievably by a single point with 127. And now let's look at 2 more rivals who have been neck and neck this whole race, Light Blue and Pink Birdos. Let's start with Pink Birdo. Pink Birdo is currently at 94 points, and in her 4 races she got 8 coins, and then 3 coins, and then 0 coins, and lastly 6 coins, meaning that Pink Birdo is now sitting with a final score of 111. And looking at her counterpart, Light Blue Birdo, she's sitting at 89 points, which means that she would need 22 coins in order to tie, and 23 coins to pass Pink. So now is finally the time to decide who's going to win between Pink and Light Blue. In her first race, she ended with 7 coins, meaning that she now needs only 16 coins in order to beat Pink Birdo. In her second race, she also ended with 7 coins, meaning at this point she needs only 9 coins between the next 2 races in order to pass Pink Birdo. In her third race, she ended with 8 coins, which means that in her fourth and final race, she needs to end with a single coin at least in order to pass Pink Birdo. And let's see what happened. As you can see, Light Blue Birdo ended with 0 coins because of that last turn. It is unfortunate, but that's just how Mario Kart works, meaning that Light Blue Birdo is also going to end this competition with 111 coins and be tied with Pink Birdo. It's pretty crazy that throughout this entire competition, Light Blue and Pink Birdo have been tied almost the entire time and ended up with the exact same score at the end. I don't know what the chances are of that, but that is pretty crazy. But now, let's move on to our second to last competitor, Yellow Birdo, who has been in second place, trailing Blue Birdo this whole time. Right now, Yellow Birdo is at 103 points, and Blue is at 116 points, which means that Yellow only needs 14 coins in order to pass Blue Birdo's score, as long as Blue Birdo doesn't get any. So it's better that Yellow gets a lot more than 16. But let's just see how she does. In her first race, she ended strong with 10 coins. In her second race, she unfortunately ended with only 4 coins, and in her third race, it wasn't much better, ending with only 5 coins. However, in her fourth race, she ended with 10 coins, which means Yellow Birdo is ending this competition with 132 points. It's possible for Blue Birdo to still come back from this, but she's going to need at least 16 points to tie and 17 points to win. So, for one final time, let's see how Blue Birdo does. Out of the 17 coins that Blue Birdo needs, in her first race, she got 0 coins, which means that she must make up the coins in the next 3 races. And I'm just going to now play the end of all 3 races back to back to back so you can see for yourself if Blue Birdo is able to get the points that she needs to keep in the lead. And after 3 flawless races of 10 coins each, Blue Birdo is going to get 30 points, bringing her total to 146, winning this entire competition. Wow! So, the final tally looks like this. In 9th place is White Birdo with 83 points. In 8th place is Orange Birdo with 99 points, just one shy of 100. In joint 6th place is going to be both pink and light blue Birdo with 111 points. In 5th place is going to be black Birdo with 120 points. In 4th place will be green Birdo with 126 points, and right above her is going to be red Birdo in 3rd place with 127 points. 2nd place is going to go to yellow, who fought so well despite being the least popular Birdo color, ending with 132 points. And finally, our winner for the competition is going to be blue Birdo in 1st place with 146 points. This was a really tight contest for most of the Birdos. I can't believe that pink and light blue Birdo tied and that green and red ended with 1 point apart from each other. This was such a fun video for me to record and make, and I want to thank you guys for watching. I have lots more competitions that I want to do, including Shy Guys and other characters, but I'm thinking of doing those live. So let me know what you guys think, if we should host those live, and then I can do the popular vote based on what colors you guys pick in the live races. I think that would be pretty fun, so again, just let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I see the outcry for me to do the Hot Wheels video. And let me just tell you, I have a spreadsheet of all the Hot Wheels combinations, which is going to take a while to record, so I think I'm going to have to split that one into several parts. But that one should be coming out relatively soon. I want to thank you all for watching, and thank you for helping us reach 6,000 subscribers. We're aiming for 7,000, but again, thank you guys so much for watching. And subscribe to help us reach 7,000. Bye!